taking her arm, Moll made to steer her to their door. But her mother, hat askew over one eye, hooted with laughter, grabbed Moll's wrists and dragged her in a stumbling dance across the pavement. "Willie, you bugger, release me, I prayed, yet secretly liking where his hand had strayed." "Right, that's it. Get in the bloody house, ma'am, or so help me." "Here, shot the rotten shrap, and let on his folk catch some kip. Knock her bleeding up, or he'll be doing his rounds shortly." Moll whipped around and squinted at the bedroom window of number 10, where a woman in her middle years was leaning out. "All right, Mrs. Coombs, I'm getting her in." "Hurry up about it. Disgraceful doxy. She wants carting to the asylum, she does." Despite her embarrassment, love and loyalty lifted Moll's chin. "Say that again to my face if you dare," she growled up. "So help me, I'll tear the hair from your scalp." "Why, you bold young bitch." Having reached their door, Moll shoved her mother through and turned back to glare at the woman opposite. She was about to yell that Mrs. Coombs had room to talk about doxies, and her with a daughter whose back barely saw the light of day, when two youths, turning the corner, caught her attention. One stood head and shoulders above the other, though the latter was by no means short. "That you, Bo?" she called. "Who wants to know?" She heard her brother laugh at his companion's quip. "I want to know, Uriah Croft, and less of your tongue." Tut-tutting her annoyance, Mrs. Coombs withdrew from her window, shutting it with a resounding slam. And Moll sighed inwardly. Bloody neighbours, bloody ma'am, bloody life. "I asked at the gin palaces. She weren't there." Moll shot Bo a lopsided smile. "Nay, I know." She jerked her head to where the mother lay sprawled on the stairs, snoring. "Came home not a minute since, singing her head off." He leaned over her shoulder to glance inside. "Bloody Preston." "Aye, more likely than not." She stepped aside to let the lads in. "Help me get her into bed, Bo." "It's all right, Moll. I've got her." As though lifting an infant, he picked up their mother in his thick arms and carried her through. "All right, Moll." She peered at her brother's friend across the gloomy passage. He had his hands in his trouser pockets, flat cap pulled low, obscuring his face. The difference in him, when Bo wasn't around, never failed to surprise her. When had this change towards her started? She couldn't recall. A month ago? Maybe 2? She hadn't mentioned it, and neither had he. But it was there. Her heartbeat quickened. "You look tired." She couldn't contain a bitter laugh. "I'm tired, all right. Sick and tired of it all." He reached her in one stride and rested an arm on the wall above her head. He wore no jacket, shirt sleeves rolled to the elbow against the summer night, and heat from his bare arm flushed her cheeks further. He smelt faintly of rough soap and tobacco, and when she lifted her head to look at him, she caught a hint of ale on his breath. Combined with his own lad's scent, it was enough to set her pulse racing. "Davy Preston, we're working on it, me and Bo," he told her. "Aye, I know. Tough for going with the lad the night to search for Mum. I fret about him out on his own, what with them sods breathing down his neck every chance they get. Why won't they leave him be?" she asked, voice hardening. "They'll not half think so if ever I catch 'em at it." "Don't, Moll. Just don't." "He's my brother. I'll not see—" "And I'll not see you hurt. Bo's big enough to see to himself. They'll grow bored soon enough." She arched an eyebrow. "Aye? Well, they're taking the time about it. It's every bloody day, Uriah. On his way to work, on his way home, any chance they get, they're on at him. Almost every lad from these streets hereabouts are in the Bengal Tigers, not Bo. They'll not drag him into it while I'm around." "It's his size the gang want him for. He's bigger than any lad the Prussia Street lot can boast." He drew a hand across the fine stubble on his chin. "Let's just see, eh? They grew bored with pestering me eventually."